Tonight on Duck TV News, find out how bikers can create a safe community with a new app.
Also, learn about the university's new mission statement.
Welcome to Duck TV News. I'm Falma Mohammed.
And I'm Allie Brayton. Here are tonight's top stories. The UO American English Institute online e-learning program has invited 25 English teachers from 24 countries to visit the university for a 3-week scholarship experience program.
I think that's probably one of the most valuable things of all. It's just the friendships that they're creating and the professional relationships that they're creating.
The participants will observe classes at the UO in the Eugene area and will have workshops to meet university specialists who will help them design their teaching programs back in their home countries.
So far it's been a great opportunity, a great chance, and a great experience.
The program is a part of the U.S. Department of State and is funded by the Bureau of Education and Cultural Affairs. The 25 teachers that were selected are among 1,200 participants for this e-teacher program.
At the University of Oregon, accessibility on campus has been an ongoing project to accommodate disabled and injured students. The Accessible Education Center coordinates ways to make getting to class easier for students who need the help. Cass Anderson has the story.
We're outside of Friendly Hall, just one of the buildings on the U of O campus that does not have an elevator. For students with disabilities, this makes it difficult or often impossible for them to move around the building. If a student with a disability does have a class on the second level of this building, the Accessible Education Center will relocate the class to a more accessible place. Even students with temporary disabilities have trouble getting around campus. Yuho Hashimoto is just one of the students who had to experience these difficulties.
The lecture class, they use only stairs, so it's hard to get a seat. And if the seat's in the middle, it's also hard to get a seat, especially when I use classes.
I'm in Dee Dee Hall, and behind this door is the only elevator in the building. As you can see, there is no accessibility button, making it impossible for students with disabilities to access the elevator.
Because the campus is very huge, the building is also huge, so it's nice if there's an elevator in the whole building.
Another resource is the Access Shuttle, which will take students from home to their class. For Duck TV News, I'm Cass Anderson.
For more information on accessibility, visit the Accessible Education Center's website or in Oregon Hall.
The University of Oregon has recently drafted a new mission statement after months of deliberation, allowing our school to represent all of its students, staff, and faculty. Barbara Altman says that in addition to being a leading research institution, the new mission statement focuses on our school's ethics and core values.
This new mission statement represents the huge leap forward that we've taken as a university over the last few years.
The previous mission statement was long with outdated information. Students and administrators have wanted to change the mission statement for years to include a clear message about who the university represents and what it stands for.
And it reads, as a community of scholars, we help individuals question critically, think logically, reason effectively, communicate clearly, act creatively, and live ethically. And if we had to choose one sentence, it's probably that sentence that we would point at and say, there's the heart of it right there.
The new mission statement is in its final stage of approval. It now goes to the Higher Education Coordinating Commission for final consideration.
There's another app that is receiving attention in town and that could prevent cycling injuries around Eugene's community. iBike is a mobile app created in U.S. Geographic Infographics Lab headed by Ken Cato. The app allows cyclists to report possible hazards along roads and biking trails. Public Works Maintenance is then notified and the request is put directly into the maintenance management system. Users can also add photographs and details to the maintenance report. iBike is now available to download on iTunes for bikers to create a safer community.
Duck TV News went inside how the U.S. Senate is looking at ways that FSL can improve their community. Macy Crow has the story.
Hi, I'm Macy Crow here at Johnson Hall, where the University of Oregon Senate is considering suspending the expansion of fraternity and sorority life. The suspension would wait to add new chapters to campus until there is a decrease in the number of sexual assaults within the fraternity and sorority life community.
Right now, FSL is not holding itself accountable to this problem. And essentially what our task force is recommending is saying until FSL can hold itself accountable to these statistics and bring the amount of non-consensual sexual experiences and rapes down to the levels of the rest of the campus community, there should not be a legitimate reason why we are expanding this institution that's causing this problem on our campus.
According to the recent Campus Climate Survey, sorority women are 3.4 times more likely to be sexually assaulted than other women in the university community.
I think that a big part of the problem with the proposal is that it creates kind of this dynamic between fraternity men and sorority women, and it sort of paints fraternity men as aggressors and sorority women as victims.
The proposal to stop the expansion of FSL could negatively affect innocent men and women, as well as exclude the survivors and perpetrators of sexual assault within the community outside of FSL.
And I also think that by then treating both sides of the issue the same way, they're basically kind of threatening, and then if the recommendation passes, punishing the women they're calling victims.
Ultimately, the decision on the expansion will be made by the University of Oregon's interim president. For Duck TV News, I'm Macy Crow. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Macy.
The 2014 U.S. midterm elections have come to a close. Here are some of the results from this term's elections. John Kitzhaber has been elected as the Oregon State Governor, making Oregon one of the few states to be under Democratic rule. Jeff Merkley was elected as the Oregon representative for U.S. Senate. Ballot measures 86, 88, 90, and 92 did not pass, while measures 87, 89, and 91 did. These measures allowed state judges to work for other government branches, amended the Oregon Constitution, and legalized recreational marijuana. Republicans currently hold the majority rule over Democrats in Senate. They have a 52 to 44 majority rule. Thanks for joining us on Duck TV News. I'm Fala Mohammed.
And I'm Allie Brayton. Have a great night.